Hey folks, Norman here. How you doing today? I wrote a poem called Get Me Out of Here. I didn't put music to it. It was in the hospital. I was there for a few days. I went back in the hospital and I was there for 12 days. I could not eat the food at all. It was so bad. I ate yogurt. They had Activia yogurt or they had Oikos Greek yogurt. Um, I had bananas and I had milk. That's all I could eat. I could not eat the food. It was terrible. It was atrocious. Probably genetically modified and just terrible, terrible food. Fatty beef and, I had ham and cheese sandwiches and I'm a vegetarian. But that's the only thing I could tolerate. Um, One day I had chicken salad, and I haven't had chicken in ages. They probably had powdered eggs. The bacon, forget about it. It didn't even look like it was real. It was just totally gross, totally gross. I had pancakes one day. I asked for pancakes. I could eat pancakes with syrup, but I won't eat eggs. I have a poem called Dead Baby Chickens. If you want to check out my poem on eggs. My story today is about how Jethro Tull saved my life. I used to take Quaaludes when I was younger. I used to get them at the park for $2 each. I went one day to get Quaaludes, and they had a Las Vegas gambling night at this mafia place. I was going to go gambling. I went to get some Quaaludes, and all they had was Tull sleeping pills, barbiturate. I bought 6 of them, figuring I'd take 3 one night and 3 the next night. I wound up taking all 6, and I was drinking. I had $300 in front of me on the table when they kicked me out. I was too rowdy. So they kicked me out. I was sitting outside on the stairs when the cops picked me up. I was married at the time. It was a joke of a wedding, but I did get married and I was living with my wife. But I didn't change my address on my license. And the cops picked me up. They looked at my license and they took me to my parents' house, which was kind of a ways away to walk after taking 6 sleeping pills and drinking. So I walked 3 blocks to the candy store where I used to work, figuring I'd meet someone that would drive me home. Couldn't get a ride. The guy who used to own it, even though we were partners in crime, he used to hit the till up for some money and give me a percentage for being a lookout. Even though we were partners in crime, he didn't want me in front of the store in that condition, so he beat the hell out of me. I remember seeing a ring coming at my left eye, with a metal ring coming at my left eye. So the next time I woke up screaming, Jethro Tull on Friday! All these people gathered around me, saying, he's alive, he's alive. I looked at them like they were crazy. And I said, of course I'm alive. I'm going to see Jethro Tull at Shea Stadium on Friday. Now, the nurse was my cousin. The admitting nurse was my cousin. And she told me, we'll go back to sleep and we'll talk about it later. So I did. I closed my eyes and I thought about Jethro Tull on Friday. The next time I woke up, I was again screaming, Jethro Tull on Friday! And I had a patch over my left eye because I got punched in the eye. And I couldn't see my friend Sherman sitting there. And he jumped up and he said, Norman, you're alive. And I looked at him like he was crazy. And I said, of course I'm alive. I need to go see Jethro Tull at Shea Stadium on Friday. And he said, do you know what day it is? And I said, well, I remember getting punched in the eye. That was last night. That was Saturday. Today's got to be Sunday. And he said, today's Wednesday. He said, you were in a coma for 3 days, and they didn't know if you were going to wake up or not. And I said, well, today's Wednesday. That means I can still make the concert. So I told the doctor, I said, I'm leaving here Friday whether you release me or not. And I'm going to that concert because I lived for that concert. And I went to the concert. I took a cab from Coney Island Hospital in Brooklyn all the way to Shea Stadium in Queens, where the Mets play, and the Yankees, not the Yankees, the Mets play. So I took a cab all the way there. The Beatles play at Shea Stadium too, actually. I could have gone. I didn't have the money. My friend Vinny went. He had tickets. I could have gone, but I didn't. I could have gone to see Elton John. I used to sell tickets to Broadway plays and concerts and stuff. I had tickets to Elton John, and I said, nah, I don't want to see Elton John. I saw so many bands, and I didn't care for Elton John. I didn't know he put on a good show, at the time. I was into Jethro Tull, I was in a 10-piece band. I was playing drums, and the trumpet player, Julie, this guy was playing flute, and he stood up on one leg, and Julie said, who do you think you are, Jethro Tull? And I said to Julie, who's Jethro Tull? He said, you never heard of Jethro Tull? And I said, of course I have. I'm just kidding. So I went to the record store that day, and I said, I want an album from Jethro Tull. And he says, well, I have Benefits, Stand Up, and Aqualung. And he says, Aqualung seems to be the most popular. So I said, all right, give me Aqualung. So I took it home. I listened to the whole album twice. I went back to the store, and I bought Stand Up and Benefit, too. After that, I was a Jethro Tull fan. I said, everybody has to have their favorite band. Mine will be Jethro Tull. So now, in 1984, I started writing poetry and songs. Okay. I wrote a poem about Jethro Tull, the band, and how they saved my life in '73. In 2000, I was surfing the web and I saw this folking.com, folk music. Write a poem about your favorite band and submit it. The winner gets backstage passes. So I already had my poem about Jethro Tull and how they saved my life. I entered my poem. Out of 2,000 entries, I won first place. I got to meet Ian Anderson. I had to fly to Connecticut because he didn't come to Vegas that year. But I told him I'll fly anywhere to meet you. And he said, come to Connecticut. And my sister lived like 5 minutes away from where he played. So after the concert, his wife came out first. She said, everybody sit down. Ian will not shake anyone's hand, but he will sign everyone's autograph. So I told my sister, I said, you stay right there. Don't move. She had a camera with her, by the way. And his wife looks at me and she says, I thought I told everyone to sit down. And I said, I'm Stormin' Norman. And she said, Norman Weissman? And I said, that's me. She said, you stay right there. Everyone else sit down. So when Ian came around the corner, I was the only one there. So my sister snapped 7 pictures of me and him and his wife. I showed him my poetry book of the first 26 songs I wrote. I put them in a book. I had somebody type them up for me. I put them in a book. I paid her to do it. And I have all my songs in a book, pretty much. I have 2 books, but I have all my songs written down in case I forget them. Anyone that's interested in my music, some of the songs I don't have music to. If you like the lyrics and you want to put music to them, great. I have some really good love songs, a lot of love songs. I used to go out with girls all the time. I sold encyclopedias door to door. I was a manager. I worked in Boulder. I had an office in Boulder, Colorado. Boulder was basically for rich girls. And they came to work for me. because they had nothing else to do for the summer when they were out of school. Excuse me, I'm starting to get chest pains. I don't know why. Could be the medicine I'm taking. Anyway, this is not good. This is definitely not good, but it's probably a muscle spasm, because I can feel it. But I can feel it, it's not my heart. Okay, I took a muscle relaxer. I don't understand. Well, I can feel it, so it's not my heart. It's gotta be a muscle spasm. Damn, it's a serious one too. Okay. Anyway, they wouldn't fill the soma. Oh well. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, I got to meet Ian Anderson. I got 7 pictures with him. I think one is on my website, stormin-norman.com. I'm not sure if I put it up there or not. It might be on my YouTube site, user/the Storm and Norman, one word. There's a lot of Storm and Normans, so that's the only one I could get. But I have all my videos on YouTube, a lot of my songs. I sing them a cappella. I have my roommate put music to, like, I think 26 or 50 of my songs. I don't remember. He played guitar and sang, and he's a really good guitarist. And he put music. If I had music, he would play the guitar to my singing. If I didn't have music, he would put music. And they're all copyrighted and published and all that good stuff. And I do have my own company in case I ever do make money off of them. But that's up to you. I can't perform them. I'm a drummer. I can't go in the studio and play. I know how to play the Casio, but I play what I sing, which kind of throws me off. Maybe if I played and then recorded it and then sang over it, I might be able to do something different. Or maybe the guy in the studio would help me out and play for me. I would do the singing and then he would play the music. Maybe. It all depends. I don't have money to go into a recording studio right now. I'm saving up to go see Tull in California because he's not coming to Vegas this year. My friend Darren, who used to be my roommate, is going to pick me up at the airport and spend the day with me. He's taking off work. I'm going to get him a ticket, and hopefully I'm going to meet Ian Anderson again, hopefully, if he comes out after the concert to sign autographs. I don't know. If his wife comes out first, I'll tell her, remember me, I'm Stormin' Norman. And she'll say, yeah, I remember you. And she'll probably let me meet him again first, because I never told him exactly how he saved my life. And he has a song where he says, I'm nobody's hero. But to me, I know God saved my life because I have this talent. I have this excellent talent. You have to listen to my songs to see it. Not the Harry Chapin song, Stranger. My songs. Okay? They're all on my YouTube site. But the thing is I met Harry Chapin. I wrote to him. He wrote me back. He said he couldn't just write a song about my life, but don't be surprised if bits and pieces of my life come up in his new material. And then he died in a car crash in a Volkswagen, and I had a Volkswagen. That's another story. I went into the Gold Coast one day with $15. Walked out with $3,000. Built it up to $10,000. Put $1,500 into my Volkswagen. Everything brand new. Shocks, tires, brakes, everything brand new. Car was running perfect. Then I started losing, and I couldn't stop losing, and I lost $10,000. Plus, I had to sell my car to pay off my markers. Paid them off a day late, and they wouldn't give them back to me. Sold my car for $1,000. Could have got $2,000 for it because I put $1,500 into it, and they only go up in value every year. That car was running so smooth, so brand new. I hated selling it, but I had to. I had to pay my markers. I couldn't do anything. I had 10 grand in the bank, and I blew it all. Such a schmuck. People told me, quit, 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 quit. And I didn't listen. I'm lucky the bank gave me $500 a day, but it didn't matter. So I went through it all. I just could not win. Could not win. Anyway, that's my story, my gambling story. But mostly I wanted to tell you my Tull story. Jethro Tull saved my life, and I got to meet Ian Anderson, and I got pictures with him. And I think there's one on my website, stormin-norman.com, of me and Ian. Or it's on my YouTube site. That's the picture of me staring at him. That's when I weighed 225 pounds. Now I'm down to 155. Damn hospital food. Anyway, I'm still alive, and I'm going to see Tull this year, hopefully. I have enough money. I'll get my friend Darren a ticket. He used to be my roommate. And we'll spend the day together. We'll go see the concert together. And he's not coming to Vegas. There's no way he's coming to Vegas. This is 2 years in a row now. Probably because of me. Every year I bring signs with me. Stormin' Norman, still alive. Thanks to you. You know, I bring signs. I don't know if you can see them with the spotlights, but I sit in my wheelchair when he comes to Vegas. I take my wheelchair. And I get the handicap seats right up front. So I know he knows it's me. I went to go backstage once. I showed them a picture of me and him. I said, he knows who I am. But I was in my wheelchair. And they didn't know I could walk. I could walk backstage. They didn't know that. So they said I couldn't go. It was too late. Too close to the concert time. They almost let me back. If I would have told them I could walk, they would have let me back. But I went in my wheelchair. They would have let me backstage. I wanted to tell him exactly how he saved my life. I'm going to fly to California, hopefully. I'm going to save the money up and go to California. It's not that expensive. I have to buy 2 tickets. That's going to cost me about $200. I think it was $193 for 2. But I'll save up the money. I don't care. Hopefully someone will see my songs and start performing them, and I'll get royalties. That's all I want. Lyric royalties. That's all I want. Check them out. I wanted to share my Tull story because, as far as I'm concerned, Jethro Tull saved my life. I know God had something to do with it, but Jethro Tull saved my life. And I read somewhere that said if you take sleeping pills, 6, and drink with them, you can be pronounced DOA, and you can't go into a coma. And that's exactly what happened. I was pronounced DOA. Woke up screaming with my arm raised. Just wrote Tull on Friday! And then I went into a coma for 3 days, and again I woke up screaming, just wrote Tull on Friday! And I was there at that concert. And I made it my business to go see him every year if I could. Last year I couldn't afford to see him. This year I can. Anyway, time to get stoned. We'll see you later. Have a good day.